the next step is downloading applications, and
Yeah.
with that, that suddenly sort of makes it very specific to it cuts a lot of people out.
Yeah, it
'Cause-
reduces the
yeah,
accessibility a bit, doesn't it?
exactly. Because you've got to have someone that's got the capability and having a sort of half decent computer at home.
Yeah.
So I guess that's like the next level. So
Mhm.
downloading something, um, you don't necessarily need a VR headset again. You can still go into this sort of experience where
Uh-huh.
you're on the desktop moving around like
Mhm.
this. Um, but obviously, the the good thing about sort of downloading an application is that you're going to get that higher fidelity experience. You're going to get more
Okay.
interactions, more sort of animations, um, more quality experience, I guess,
Okay.
in something that downloads, because effectively what you're doing is bringing a lot of content down onto the
Mhm.
local computer, so it can run from that. Where this that we're in now is all cloud based, so pretty much nothing is downloaded. It's
Right.
all also running from the cloud.
Mhm.
So and then with that, obviously you can then connect with uh, Oculus Rift headsets, which are kind of plugged in tethered headsets that you
Okay.
plug into a VR computer, and then again your quality of experience is much better.
Okay.
And then you've got HTC Vive headsets as well, which is really high quality. So what you're doing is some galleries are exploring that, um,
Okay.
but there is, like I say, that sort of limitation.
Mhm.
Then you've got the next, so you've got like almost three tiers. So you've got this tier, you've got the middle
Mhm.
tier, which is downloading something, and then you've got the third tier, which is kind of the real high end. It's only ever gonna get people that are got a decent VR headset.
Yeah.
So you've got galleries doing that sort of stuff where they've gone for the sort of prime, full on, um, the best experience you could ever get in a HTC
Uh-huh.
Vive headset with the best quality, best resolution.
Mhm.
But you need a powerful VR computer. You need a powerful VR headset um, in order to experience that. You can experience it at home, or you could experience it in the gallery, I guess. But the gallery is
Right.
becoming
Okay.
less of a because um, you can obviously go to a gallery and have a VR experience as well.
Right. So I guess
So
there's not
yeah,
really need for that gallery space if.
yeah. Well, I guess if you can distribute that experience in the home, then obviously yeah,
Mhm.
that's. But at the moment you've got some galleries doing that are fully online as a sort of application. So
Okay.
the Museum of Other Realities.
Okay.
Do you know that?
Not heard of it, but I'm writing it
Okay.
down.
So so that, can you see it?
Mhm.
So Museum of Other Realities is like I was saying, it's one of those really big applications that you need gigs and
Uh-huh.
gigs of space on your computer. You need a decent computer. You need a VR headset in order to
Uh-huh.
sort of experience this.
Okay.
So, but when you do experience it, the quality is amazing, and there's lots of hype and
Oh
buzz
my
around
God.
it and all
Wow.
that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but from an aesthetic point of view, um, you know, there's VR's got a very. This is why you need to be in it, I think, so you can start to sort of observe this, because I think VR's got
Uh-huh.
a very specific aesthetic that
Right.
is not everyone's taste.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
a lot of that is dominated by the applications. So a lot of the work in Museum of Other Realities, for instance, is uh, kind of been created using 3D VR 3D programs.
Okay.
So, and I think this is the work I wanted to do with Daryl. You know, I wanted to work with illustration students using
Uh-huh.
VR and actually making work in VR.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
so I guess that's the other question for you to ask is basically,
Mhm.
and this is I think with galleries is basically, you know, what's the work? Is the work been has the work been specifically made for an art gallery and then it's been sort of retrofit into a virtual space, or
Yeah.
has the work, as with the Museum of Realities, most of that work is really, you know, been built for immersive experience. So
Yeah.
it's like
Uh-huh.
a perfect home for immersive artworks.
Uh-huh. Definitely. So I think sometimes, especially with the stuff you were saying earlier, where you can just plant stuff on walls of a gallery, I think you kind of lose the whole VR experience, you know, like
Yeah,
things like that museum you just showed, that I think that's more what it's about kind of thing.
yeah,
Like the deeper it's getting, the more interesting it's getting.
definitely. Yeah, you've got other galleries that are basically that are exploring VR as a medium.
Uh-huh.
Um, and I guess, you know, that's quite interesting as well, because galleries are starting to ask the question, you know, what is, I guess this is another whole area to explore is, you know, how do you package a sort of VR piece artwork?
Hmm.
How do you, I guess, how do you show it, and then
Yeah.
how do you then um, consign that artwork so it becomes a commercial piece of art that can be sold in the art
Yeah.
market,
Uh-huh.
because
Because
essentially
then I
that,
guess how do you sell it?
yeah,
How do
exactly,
you ensure that one person gets that thing, I guess.
exactly.
Mm, that's interesting.
Okay, can you see that?
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so Gazali Art House basically did an exhibition, um, Enter Through the Headset here.
Uh-huh.
Um, it's really hard to sell a VR piece of artwork
Yeah, I could
that's
imagine.
made in an application like,
Hmm.
I don't know, Unity or Unreal Engine, because you know, it's just difficult to sort of to sell on, to pass on, basically. So basically,
Uh-huh.
what we did was sort of converted the artwork into a more like a 360 video. So
Right, okay.
it was more contained, basically.
Uh-huh.
And what they could do with that is just take the 360 video file and consign that as an artwork alongside the sort of the rest of the artist's work around. They had videos and all sorts of stuff. So that the 360 VR experience was part of that artwork, if you like, that was
Yeah.
consigned and then could be bought by a uh, art collector or whatever. So anyway, it
Uh-huh.
might be worth having a look at there. There's lots of stuff on the website
Oh, brilliant.
around that exhibition.